students, welcome everyone with the Dhamakedar chapter which is none other than electricity, Cbse class 10 Ncert science. Yes, it is one of the most important chapter of the science. Why it is one of the most important chapter of the science? It is the one of the most important chapter in the science because the complete electricity is based on a complete numericals. In the particular chapter, it is based on a complete numericals, and yes, in the particular video we will be talking about the charge, electric charge, current, and all the numericals based on the current as well as the potential difference, electric potential. So why to make it a delay? Let's the video get started. So electricity, what do you mean by electricity? The word electricity means, I can say it is a flow of charge. It is a flow of charge, and also I can say study of charge. What is electricity? It is a flow of charge and it is a study of charge. What does it mean? Flow of charge, where the charge is flowing from one place to another, that is known as electricity. And the word electricity is divided into two types. The word electricity is divided into two types, that is static electricity and current electricity. What is static electricity? Static electricity is electricity and means the current which always remain in rest. The current which always remain in rest. Static electricity is electricity in which the current always remain in rest. Similarly, the current electricity is electricity in which the current always moves in a motion in one direction. Current always moves in a motion. Similarly, what is a static electricity? You will be reading in 11th and 12th. The same also current electricity also you will be reading in 11th and 12th. But in standard 10, it has been introduced. The current electricity has been introduced a bit, I can say. And the whole current electricity will be reading a complete chapter. Is it clear to everyone? Now, so as I have said just a bit of earlier, it is a flow of charge. Now you might be thinking, sir, charge का मतलब क्या है? What do you mean by charge? Yes, charge, it is a property of an atom. It is a property of an atom. As we know very well, बचपन से पढ़ के आ रहे हो, बचपन से नहीं बोल सकता, standard 5, 6, 7 से, that all the elements are made up of atom, right? Yes. How electricity is divided into two types. Similarly, the charge is also divided into two types. Really? Yes. What are they? Positive charge, negative charge. Positive charge, negative charge. What is a positive charge? Positive charge stands for a proton. Negative charge stands for electron. आई बात समझ में? Positive charge, negative charge. Positive charge stands for proton, negative charge stands for proton. And remember very well, one electron equals to 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 Coulomb. 1 electron equals to minus 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 Coulomb. Similarly, 1 proton equals to 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 Coulomb. Only there is having a difference, that is a minus, this is a plus. Though it is a negative charge, that's the reason it is having minus 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 Coulomb. Similarly, it is a positive charge. For that reason, we are writing 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 Coulomb. आई बात समझ में? It is all about a charge. Now let us talk about current electricity. Now, though the current electricity we will be reading the entire chapter is based on the current electricity. Now we will be remaining stick to the topic that is all about the current electricity. What is a current? What is a current? Okay, let me draw a line. What is a current? Rate of flow of charge per unit time. What does it mean? Rate of flow of charge per unit time is known as a current. Rate of flow of charge per unit time is known as current. See, in a physics, there is a term rate. If the word rate comes, we have to simply divide it upon time. What does it mean? If there will be having a word rate, we have to simply divide the particular rate upon time. That means rate agar पूछ लिया तो directly you can write about that is t. That means what we got, rate of flow of charge per unit time. Flow of charge per unit time. आई बात समझ में? That is rate of flow of charge per unit time. From the definition we got this. And what charge? I can also write in this way, charge upon time. Am I correct? I can also write in this way, charge upon time. Yes. So what will be the formula of current? The formula of current is, let me write here. What will the formula of current? The formula of current is what we got there, charge upon time. Very important logic I am talking about. The word charge, the symbol of charge. What is the symbol of charge? The symbol of charge is Q. The charge is represented as a letter of Q because it is a symbol of charge, and the letter represented the time is known as T. हमें सबको पता है. That means I can say Q as for the charge, I can say T as for the time. Is it clear to you? And the most important, what is the SI unit of charge? SI unit. What is the SI unit of charge? The SI unit of charge is Coulomb. The SI unit of charge is Coulomb upon, and what is the SI unit of T? The SI unit of T is second. The SI unit of T is second. So I can directly say current. And what will be the symbol of current? The symbol of current is known as I. We represent I as a current. And as well as charge, what we represent charge? Now we can represent charge, that is in a letter of Q, and also we can represent the time in a letter of T. And the SI unit of charge is, we can say C, that is stands for Coulomb, and the SI unit of time is known as second, S. That means what we got? Now I equals to Q upon T or C upon S. Is it clear to everyone? But the most important is the entire process. The entire process is known as Ampere. That is Andrew-Mary Ampere. Is it clear? The entire process is known as Ampere. That means similarly, how we have got the SI unit of charge is known as Coulomb. Similarly, the SI unit of current is known as Ampere. आई बात समझ में? See how I am deriving each and everything. From the definition I got to know. The charge upon time. From the charge I represented a symbol. From the symbol I represented as SI unit. And at the end the SI unit of current is known as Ampere. My dear students, listen to me very carefully. In 2014 as well as 2017, yes, the most important 2019 also, one of the question was, it is a mandatory question. I can say it is one of the favorite question of the board as well as all the teachers also, that define 1 ampere. Define 1 ampere of current. Define 1 ampere. See, in physics, all the definition is written by the formula. If you can get the formula, from the formula only you can create a definition. Shall I create? Shall I show you? Now you see. What is 1 ampere? As we know, this is a Coulomb. As we know, this is a second. So when 1 Coulomb of charge, see, this is a Coulomb, right? Am I correct? This is a Coulomb. So what is the SI unit of charge? That is a Coulomb. When 1 Coulomb of charge flows in a conductor. What is a conductor? A conductor means a wire. Okay, a conductor in 1 second. That means when 1 Coulomb of charge flows in a conductor in 1 second. When 1 Coulomb of charge flows in a conductor in 1 second. 1 ampere equals to 1 Coulomb upon 1 second. आई बात समझ में? So I want that you should note it down the definition as soon as possible, as well as this, because this is the question which is going to come in exam. I bet you. Okay. So now let me say some very important thing, very important logic also. Let's say it is a wire. What? No, it is a wire. Now which wire? No, it is a copper wire. Let me say any wire, and a conductor, a wire. Okay. And we know very well a wire, let me say A and B. Okay, A and B. And the electron is flowing from A to B. The electron are flowing A to B. The electron is flowing from A to B. But if I ask you what will be the direction of current? What will be the direction of current? I mean, if the electron is passing from A to B, what will be the direction of current? Remember one thing, the direction of current will always be the opposite of the electrons. If the electron is passing from A to B, then the current will flow from B to A. आई बात समझ में? नहीं आई? और एक बार समझाते हैं. Let it is a conductor. In a conductor, an electron always flows in this way. So whenever the electron will flow in one direction, remember one thing, the current will flow always in opposite direction. Why? Because no one can say why. It is a convention. आई बात समझ में? It is a convention. What it is? A convention. We cannot say why. It is a convention. It is a man-made. I can say it is a convention. For that reason, current always flow from B to A. And one more thing, remember that current is a scalar quantity or vector quantity. Everyone will say, sir, current is a vector quantity. Why? Everyone will say, sir, current is a vector quantity. I will say, why the current is known as a vector quantity? No, sir, the current is known as a vector quantity because it is having a magnitude. Yes, current is having a magnitude, as well as the current is having a direction. Current is having a direction. Yes, sir, because current is moving in one direction. No, but the answer will be current is a scalar quantity. Sir, you might be saying, sir, current is a scalar quantity. How we can say current is a scalar quantity? Current is that current is having a direction, current is having a magnitude. How can you say that current is a scalar quantity? The current is a scalar quantity because current never follows vector law. Current never follows vector law. What it is? Now you will be reading in 11th and 12th grade. 11th and 12th classes. आपके लिए इतना ही याद रखो. Current is a scalar quantity or vector quantity. Now current is a scalar quantity. Why? Now because it does not follow vector law. Very important logic. It also comes in exam. Very important. Whatever I am saying, it definitely comes in exam, and it comes. You can check it also. Now, let us do some numericals. Now, let me draw a conductor. Let me draw for a conductor, that is AB. As we know, the electron flows from here to here. Acha. Now the question is, if the n number of electron flows in a conductor in t second, find current, find I and the direction of the current and its direction. आई बात समझ में? बात तो मामला तो गड़बड़ है. And given, let me also give something. Given 1 electron equals to 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 Coulomb. It is given in the question. We have to take it as the solution. What is given in the question? If the nth number of electron flows in a conductor, if n number of electron flows in a conductor, see, in t second, find I. What is the formula of I? Yes, I equals to charge upon time. Yes. So what is saying, if n number of electron is a charge. Yes, as the charge is divided into two types, electron and proton. So electron is a charge. So charge is flowing from A to B, correct? So what the charge is given? Given one electron, that is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. So charge it is given 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. By in t second, the time is given t. Time is given t. Find I. We have to find I. See, very important. As well as we have to find the direction. We will do later on. If the n number of electron flows, see, n number of electron flows in a conductor. If I will say, if 2 number of electron will flow, that means I can directly multiply 2 into number of electron. If 3, I will multiply 3 into number of electron. So here is saying the n number of electron flows, that means n into 1 electron divided by time. If there will be having a 5 number of electron, that means I will directly I will directly replace n into 5. भाई n को निकाल दूंगा, 5 को बिठा दूंगा ना. अगर यहाँ पे n है, let me say here is having 6 number of electron, then what it would be? Here it would be 6 into number of electron. If it would be 7 into number of electron. If it would be 8 into number of electron. For that reason, let me say here is having n. So n into number of electron. Simply I can write it down. I equals to, we have to find the current. Current equals to n. I have got n. So I have got electron, the figure of electron I have written here. Can I write simply E? Yes, 1 electron also I can write now. Yes, divided by time. So it is one of the another formula we have got. Yes, it is there in the in-text question number 3. Just I want that you should do it, and it's also important question. This is also I equals to Ne upon T. It's very important. Is it clear to everyone? And also it is mentioned that and find its direction. Yes, the electron is flowing from A to B. The direction of the current will be, yes, B to A. Direction of current will be B to A. आई बात समझ में? चलो, let us do one of the numericals. Okay, see, very good example it is. A current of 0.5 ampere is drawn. What we got in the very first line, the current of 0.5 ampere is drawn by a filament of an electric bulb. The current of 0.5 ampere is drawn, that means we have got I current, that is 0.5 ampere given. Where it is given? It is given in the question, right? Next. Drawn by a filament of an electric bulb for 10 minutes. Yes, the time is also given. What the time? That is a 10 minutes. And we know very well that always we have to convert time into second, because the SI unit of time is second, as well as current equals to Coulomb upon second. So we have to convert the time into second. What the second we have got? 10 into 60, that is all about, I think, 600 second. Yes, 600 second. 600 second. Find the amount of charge. Find the amount of charge. That means Q, question mark. It is not given in the question, and it is given, given. The Q is not given. Simply I equals to Q upon T. What the I it is given as 0.5 ampere. 0.5 ampere. What is the Q it is given as 600. Now Q it is given no. Upon time is given 600 second. So 0.5 into 600. That is all about Q. That is 300 Coulomb of charge. That means what I have got now, 300 Coulomb. Why I have written Coulomb? Because the SI unit of charge is Coulomb. That's the reason I have written 300 Coulomb of charge. आई बात समझ में? So it is all about numericals. That means, let me say once again, I equals to Q upon T, as we have know it is a formula. So current is given 0.5 ampere. The Q it is given. The Q it is not given in the question. That means Q is asking. We have to find the number of charge. T it is given the question. That is a 10 minute. So we have to convert the 10 minute to second. That is 600 second. So Q equals to 600 second. So simply I will just flip on it. That means simply 600 I will take near the current. So 0.5 into 600. That means I can do it 300 Coulomb. That 300 Coulomb of charge. आई बात समझ में? And the most important thing also, let me say, we measure distance in kilometer as well as meter. Similarly, we measure what? Now we measure ampere. We measure ampere in millimeter as well as micrometer. सर क्या बात कर रहे हैं, बात तो कर रहे हैं ना, थोड़े ना और कुछ कर रहे हैं. अच्छा, millimeter and micrometer. So how we used to measure distance, that I am going 10 km by riding my bike with a full of speed that is 70 km per hour. ऐसे कुछ होता है. Similarly, how ampere we always measure ampere in millimeter. So how to write a millimeter? हम लिखते हैं what, small m capital A, and what is the value of milliampere, that is 10 to the power minus 3 ampere. आई बात समझ में. And microampere, we write microampere as a mu आधा m और u, mu as well as a capital A, that equals to 10 to the power minus 6 ampere. Is it all about? Is it clear? So this is all about ampere. I want that you should also know about this. What is an ammeter? It is having a low resistance. It is having a low resistance. Sir, what is a resistance? बताते हैं. Resistance. So resistance and resistivity you will be learning in part 2, because there is having another long, what you can, it is a topic I can say, that is a resistance as a resistivity. I will be saying in the part 2. So आपके लिए खाली इतना ध्यान रखो that it is having a low resistance. And what is a real ammeter? What's a real ammeter? Ammeter is an instrument which is used to measure the current flowing in a circuit. Ammeter is an instrument which is used to measure the current flowing in a circuit. अरे बात तो पता की है. What is ammeter? Ammeter is a device which is used to show the current flowing in a circuit. And what? Now it is always connected in series. सर ये सीरीज क्या है, बताते हैं. सीरीज भी बताते हैं. This is all about ammeter. As I said before, ammeter is an instrument which is used to measure the current in a circuit. Sir, what is a circuit? Very good. Okay, let me draw a battery. Let me draw a battery first. Acha, see it is a battery. So remember one thing, in a battery or a cell, whatever it is, जो सबसे लंबा लाइन होता है, लंबा, it is having a longest line, वो वाला प्लस होता है. सबसे छोटा लाइन which is connected at the end of the wire, it is all about a wire, right? It is all about a conductor wire, it is होता है माइनस. आई बात समझ में. पतला वाला लाइन, जो छोटा वाला लाइन माइनस, बहुत लंबा वाला लाइन प्लस. आई बात समझ में. एंड रिमेंबर वन थिंग, द करंट ऑलवेज फ्लोज फ्रॉम पॉजिटिव टर्मिनल टू द नेगेटिव टर्मिनल. इट इज अ करंट, it always flows from the positive terminal in this way. The current always flow in this way, positive terminal to the negative terminal, that is I. Okay, let me connect a bulb. It is the symbol of bulb. Okay, it is the symbol of bulb. Connect. And it is also closed switched, बंद हुआ switch, closed switch. I can say it is a closed switch. Then one dot is there in this. If I will erase this dot, it will become open switch. डॉट लगा दिया, इट इज अ क्लोज स्विच. आई बात समझ में. तो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट व्हाट, ना बल्ब, इट इज अ बल्ब, फिलामेंट आल्सो आई कैन से, एंड इट इज अ क्लोज स्विच, एंड हियर इट इज कनेक्टेड एमीटर, एंड हियर इट इज कनेक्टेड एमीटर. What I said, na ammeter always connected in series. That means ammeter always it will connect in series. Series का मतलब हमेशा ये वाला लाइन में, कंडक्टर ये वाला लाइन में हमेशा सीरीज में कनेक्ट होगा. दैट मीन्स इट विल ऑलवेज कनेक्ट इन सीरीज. सो व्हाट आई सेड, ना आई सेड दैट current always flows from positive terminal to the negative terminal. The current is flowing from the positive terminal. Current is flowing in this way, na? Current is flowing in this way, again in this way. Here it got stuck. See, the current from which direction the current will enter the ammeter, वो जगह में प्लस और ये जगह में माइनस. आई बात समझ में. बच्चे बहुत होते हैं प्लस माइनस भूल जाते हैं, प्लस यहाँ पे लगा देते, प्लस माइनस यहाँ पे लगा देते. दैट इज रॉन्ग. That's the reason I'm here with a complete based on concept. Okay, So ammeter, it is all about a plus, it is all about a minus. Then again the current will flow from here, then it is here. That means the current is always flowing with the positive terminal to the negative terminal, and the ammeter, जहाँ पर भी current घुसता है ammeter को, वहाँ से plus, जहाँ पे छोड़ता है current, that is all about a minus. Is it clear? That's the reason ammeter is always connected in series, and it is an instrument which is used to measure the current, what amount of current. That means it is an instrument, it will measure what amount of current is flowing in a circuit, what amount of current is flowing in a circuit. आए बात समझ में? I hope this is clear to you. Now electric potential as well as a potential difference. I want that you should all note it down as soon as possible. We'll be reading a potential difference. In a potential difference, there is having a very basic definition. That is, what is a potential difference? That means work done in per unit charge. Work done in per unit charge. That is all about a potential difference. Is it clear to you? But this is the basic definition. Now what do you mean by real potential difference? Let me take an example. This is having an example. Okay. Let me take an example. This is having a tank 1. This is having a tank 2. This is having a tank 2. And in the tank 1, it is filled of a water, H2O. Chemistry, थोड़ा chemistry कर लेते हैं यहाँ पे, H2O. In the tank 2 also, it is filled of total water, that is also H2O, water, okay. So, and here is all about a pipe which has been connected from tank 1 to the tank 2. But now my question is to you all, that will the water will flow from the tank 1 to the tank 2? My question is to you all, can the water pass from tank 1 to the tank 2? The answer will be no. The answer will be no. Why? Because as we can see here, that what amount of water is there in tank 1, the same level of water is there in tank 2. So that's the reason water cannot flow from tank 1 to tank 2. Am I right? Yes. But if I will minimize the amount of water in tank 2, if I will minimize the amount of water in tank 2, now the amount of water is there in tank 1 is up to this level. The amount of water is there in tank 2 up to this level. If I will say now, if I will ask the same question to you, can the water flow from the tank 1 to the tank 2? Your answer will be yes. Your all answer will be yes. Why? Because there is having a difference between a tank 1 and tank 2. Just yes. Because there is having a difference in the tank 1 and tank 2. And some other people may say, sir, that here is having a higher level. Here is having a higher level. The water is there in the tank 1 is a higher level. Comparison to water is there in the tank 2 is a lower level. Lower level. Is it clear? Then what we got from this activity? What result we got this activity? You might be saying, sir, इसका मतलब क्या? Logic बताइए. The moral of the story is, moral we got from here is, if there will be having no difference, nothing can flow. Let me say this is having a tank 1, this is having a tank 2. Is it clear? The water can pass from the tank 1 to the tank 2. Yes, water can pass. Why? Because it is having a difference. It is having a higher difference, it is having a low difference. This is having a difference. That's the reason water can flow from the tank 1 to the tank 2. If there will be having a no difference, water can flow? No. Similarly, to pass a current in a conductor, you need to create a difference. Acha, very good example let me give. It is a pipe, correct? Let me draw the same pipe as a, let me take the same pipe as a conductor. Let me take the same pipe as a conductor. It is a conductor, right? Okay. Pipe is a conductor. What we gained here, what we got to know here, that if there will be having a difference, then the water can flow. So what I said before, I said that if there will be having a difference, then the current will flow. That means we have to create a difference. Without a difference, the current cannot flow in a conductor, right? So we have to create a difference. How we will create a difference? I am erasing it. How to create a difference? We can create a difference with the help of energy. Sir, क्या बात कर रहे हैं? कहाँ से लाए energy? We can create a difference in the conductor with the help of energy, and that energy, where we will get that energy? And that energy we will get from battery or cell. Or cell. Battery also. Let me draw this. Okay. Let me draw this. Let me draw a cell. Let me draw a cell. Okay. Let me draw a cell. What we obtained here? That we have to create a potential energy. That we have to create a difference. Remember one thing. In a battery, and here it is known as a plus, here it is known as a minus. पता चला लंबा वाला, सबसे लंबा वाला लाइन जो होता है प्लस, सबसे पतला वाला लाइन होता है माइनस. Remember one thing always, that there is having a lots of electron in negative. There is having a lots of charges comparison to positive. There is having a lots of charge in negative side of a cell. Negative side of a cell. So a cell is having a positive side as well as a negative side. That is having, let me say, this is a cell. It is a positive, negative side. It is a positive side. Am I correct? In a negative side, it is having a lots of electrons. A lots of electrons has been present in negative side comparison to positive side. Positive side में क्या होता है? ना positive side में it is having a calm, very low, deficient. I can say deficient means very rare. Calm, deficient. In a positive side, the number of electron is having least, deficient in positive side. So that's the reason electrons always flows in this way. That's the reason electron always flows in this way. Is it clear to you now? That means here it is having a negative sign. And remember one thing always, electrons, lots of electrons are present in a cell or a battery, that is in all about a negative case. That's the reason electron always flows from here to there, and the current always flows from positive to negative. Current, what I said, the current, how the current flows? The current flows in the positive to negative. Positive to negative. आई बात समझ में? Current flows from the positive to negative. That's the reason current always flows the opposite direction. If here is A, here is B, the current always flows from C to D. Current always flows from B to A. आई बात समझ में? If the electron is passing by B to A, then the current will flow from the opposite direction B to A. Is it clear to you? आई बात समझ में? Now let us stick to the topic. What is a potential difference? That what the conclusion we get? What the conclusion we got? That without potential difference, current cannot flow from one place to another. To create a potential difference, we have to place a battery or a cell, and in the negative side of a battery there is having lots of electrons. Comparison to the positive side of a battery, it is having a deficient of electrons, and always the electrons always passes from here, though it is having a lots of electrons. So electron यहाँ से आके इसे देना पड़ता है positive side को. So for that reason electron always flows from here, and in a conductor electrons always flows from here. आई बात समझ में? But and in the battery, and the current always flows from the positive to negative. आई बात समझ में? Positive to negative. I think the concept is pretty clear to you now. let us stick to the another thing. What? Now that is potential difference. Why I said these all examples? Because this time the particular type of questions came in exam, that is all about activity in 2020. That's the reason I want that those who are reading near me, the students especially, I don't want that they should face a single type of problem. 90 se 90. Those who will read with a fundamental, I want each and everyone should crack with a 90 out of 90. आई बात समझ में? Let us stick to the example. Okay, potential difference means, now you might be saying potential difference is work down in per unit charge. Why to read this and that? Because it is a type of questions which generally comes in your board examinations. 5 मार्क का क्वेश्चन भी पूछा जा सकता है, 2 मार्क का क्वेश्चन भी पूछा जा सकता है. Remember regarding it. So what we know very well, potential difference, and the potential difference I can also denote as a delta V. I can even write it delta V as a potential difference, that is work done, W, work done upon per unit charge. Per unit charge change नहीं है, charge. Delta V, I can directly donate it, delta V equals to work done. What is the work done? W. I can simply write the work done as a W. The symbol of the work done is a W. Charge is known as a Q. The SI unit, simply the SI unit. SI unit of work is known as Joule. जुल्ली मत बोल देना, जुल्ली मत बोलना बेटा, जुल्ली मत बोलना, जूल होगा. And the SI unit of charge is known as Coulomb. Is it clear to you? That means if I ask you, as we know that the SI unit of current is known as ampere, similarly the SI unit of potential difference is also known as volt. The SI unit of potential difference, delta V also I can denote, total I can denote, even I can also write V equals to, I can also write W upon Q or else J upon C. Is it clear to you? आई बात समझ में? Yes, जैसे पूछा जा सकता है, define 1 ampere, as I have said, define 1 joule, define 1 volt. बताओ इसको define 1 volt कैसे करोगे? What is the define 1 volt? Yes, what we got from here? See, definition formula से create होता है. अगर इसको अच्छे तरह से समझ जाओगे, जिंदगी में कोई formula तुम्हें difficult नहीं लगेगा. So everything is always created in a formula. Simple thing. Shall I create? Now you see. Define 1 volt. What it is? Joule. I can directly say when 1 joule, here is what? What is the SI unit of work? When 1 joule of work done, when 1 joule of work done being 1 coulomb in carrying 1 coulomb of charge, when 1 joule of a work done in carrying 1 coulomb of charge, आ रही है बात समझ में? In 1 coulomb of charge in a potential difference is called 1 volt. See, when 1 joule of a work done, in carrying 1 coulomb of charge, in a potential difference. भाई ये प्रोसेस को क्या होता है? पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस ही तो होता है ना. पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस इज कॉल्ड 1 volt. सिंपली एंड स्टेट 1 volt इक्वल्स टू 1 joule अपॉन 1 चार्ज. आई बात समझ में? पूरा जबरदस्त. चार्ज लिखो नहीं तो कूलम लिखो. 1 coulomb. आई बात समझ में? अच्छा, दिस इज ऑल अबाउट a volt. Simply also I can say the SI unit of potential difference is volt, and the volt word came with a great scientist, that is Alessandro Volta. Okay, so same thing I can denote as a volt. Okay, now how to measure the potential difference? How do we measure the potential difference? With the help of voltmeter. What we measure, PD I am writing in the short form, potential difference, with an instrument called voltmeter. That means voltmeter helps to measure the potential difference in a conductor. Who helps? Now voltmeter helps us to measure the potential difference in a conductor. Yes. And remember one thing, voltmeter always connected in parallel. It is always connected in parallel. What we read before? Now we read that ammeter is always connected in series, voltmeter is always connected in parallel. Let me show you once. Let me erase this. Okay, I hope everything you have noted down. If not, just note it down as soon as possible. Let me make a very good figure for you all. Okay, now see, it is all about a battery. It is all about a battery, a closed switch. Okay, a bulb. See what I said. Now it is always connected in parallel. That means what I said, लंबा वाला जो होता है पहले प्लस, छोटा वाला में माइनस, करंट हमेशा प्लस से माइनस तक जाता है, आई बात समझ में? तो it is always connected in parallel. That means where you will connect voltmeter, if the question will come in this way, that connect the voltmeter in a circuit. कैसे connect करोगे ना? Parallel में. That means it will be connected in this way. In this way it will be connected. That means it will be parallel. It will be parallel to the filament, that is a bulb. कैसे ना? It is B. Is it clear to you? जहाँ प्लस हो रहा है, देखो ये प्लस. If it is a positive sign, so I can go over here is a positive, and then again here will be a negative. That means from where the current will flow, at the same direction it will be positive, and another direction, the opposite direction, will be negative. So here I can say, so the current will flow from this. It is all about a parallel. Again I can connect from here also. Yes, I can also connect from here. I can also connect in this way. आई बात समझ में? If I will say how to place ammeter कहाँ रखूंगा? यहाँ पे थोड़ी ना रखूंगा, इसके अंदर रखूंगा. आई बात समझ में? So this is all about lecture number 1, part 1 of the electricity. I will come again with a complete details as well as analysis in the part 2. Till then, cheers and study hard.